All right, so this your boy Nate with Underdog Spraying. I just wanted to tap in and give a testimony. So a few weeks ago, I did a class, not a class. I did I'm so used to doing classes, but that's why that came out like that. But a few weeks ago, I did a video called "Be Patient, It's Coming." Now, I did this video because things kind of moving slow for me in my business, right? If you don't know, I started a brand new company. I got out of the landscaping and got into spraying, pesticides, weed control, fertilization. So that's a new field, a new arena for myself, and it's almost like uncharted territory, uncharted waters that I'm not familiar with as far as being hands-on with this particular career. Excuse me. So I did the video, and I was talking about how even though it may start off slow, if I just, or anybody in general, if you just be patient, the Lord will always come through. And that's what that video was about, because sometimes you can kind of beat yourself up when things are not moving like you think they should, and that's one thing we got to be very mindful about, especially if you consider yourself someone that believe in God. You have to be able to operate by faith and not by sight, right? So I was kind of beating myself up, but at the same time, I got this mental battle going on inside my head, just knowing that if I be patient, the Lord's gonna work it out, and that was mainly what that video was about. So I'm making this video today to just give my testimony of how good God truly is, because I said in the video that I know the Lord is gonna make a way. I've seen it before, because with the landscaping and the cutting grass and all that, I started off slow with that, and the Lord made a way with that also. So I knew He was gonna provide. So what ended up happening was the following week, after I made that video, I got to excuse me, I got some stuff on my beard, and I think it got on my face. So the following week I made a video. The following week I got a phone call from somebody that saw my Google ad, because I have Underdog Spraying listed on Google here in the Atlanta area, the Georgia area, North Georgia area. So a guy called me. He saw my ad on Google, and right before this, as a matter of fact, the same day, a lady called me. She saw my ad on Nextdoor. Well, no, she didn't see my ad on Nextdoor. What happened with her? Somebody referred her to me on Nextdoor, because she had been getting fined. Even though she keeps her grass cut, she was still getting fined. Up until this point, they started fining her in August. So she called me in late, I think the middle of October, she called me. Or early October, she called me. And they had already charged her up to $2,000, because they were fining her every day from August all the way up until October. So her fine was up to $2,000. So she had to call somebody to come out and spray those weeds, right? So I went out, made money off of that, and then I made money off of the guy that saw me on Google. I made money off of him the following week, right? But And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, when I went to go take the Category 24 test, right, to get my license for you know, the field I'm in, the weed control and fertilization. When I went to go take the test for that, I saw this guy. He had a truck, you know, and it was wrapped and stuff like that. Had his phone number on it, very professional looking truck. Had a Z sprayer on the back, you know, coming off of the tailgate, and had a tank inside of the bed. And I saw that, you know, I saw he was a brother, you know, and I called him up and I was like, hey, you know, I called, left a message. I didn't get no return, right? So I waited about probably another month. I think I might have called him back in August, you know, because like I said, I passed the test in June. So I think I called him back in August, right? Still no response. So was it last week or the week before last? I think last week, or the week before last, I gave him a call again, right? You know, and you know, because I'm being persistent, because I have very high hopes for this field right here, and I want to be successful. So I want to put myself in place with the right people in order for me to succeed. So I'm a network with so many people until I get to the right person, you know, who can lead me in the right direction. And just by this guy having this truck, you know, looking the way it did, I was like, okay, well, this guy seems like he, you know, takes it real serious, seems like he's very professional. So let me give him a call. So I hit him up, and when I called him, you know, like I said, I wasn't getting no return call. But finally, last week, the guy called me back. Now, the message that I left on his answer machine was something like this. I don't need nothing from you. I'm not asking for nothing as far as, look, I got my own tank. I got my own equipment. I passed the test. I just want to sit down and get the knowledge of this particular field. That's all I'm asking. I just want somebody to sit down with me and just, you know, kind of show me the ropes, so I don't get out here and make a fool of myself, you know, the first year messing people's yard up. And I'm almost positive, you know, you're probably gonna run into mistakes. That goes without saying. But one of the main things that they talk about in this field is to get you somebody who got some hands-on experience, who can kind of show you, you know, the ropes. So that's all I was looking for. The guy finally called me back, y'all. He called me back, and when he called me back, he told me what got his attention. You know, me saying that, in other words, the steps that I had already taken, you know, that was impressive to him, you know, and me being persistent, that was impressive to him. So he called me back, y'all, and we talked on the phone. Not really me. We was on the phone for 3 hours. And the majority of the time, I was just letting him talk. Because like I said, I just wanted to get the information on what I needed to do to be successful. So we were on the phone talking on a Tuesday, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm also picking up other customers along the way outside of Google, outside of you know, Nextdoor, you know, picking up a few church members and stuff like that as well. So the Lord is slowly adding to the business, you know what I'm saying? Slowly adding to it, but it's coming. So when we talked that Tuesday, it got down to the point where he said, well, how about this? If you want to, man, you can come up, you can pull up on me while I'm out working, and maybe I can, you know, we can talk. So me, I said, well, hey man, I got some yards to spray tomorrow. I only had 2 yards. I had 3, but cancel one of them because they needed to get the yard cut before I go spray it. So I had 2 yards, and I told him when I get done, I'm gonna pull up on you, right? I pulled up on him, y'all. I pulled up on him, and I think I got to him probably around 12:30. I hung out with him the rest of the day to about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Well, matter of fact, 5 o'clock, because the conversation was so good. As far as you know, him telling me a few stories about himself, explaining to me how he got into spraying in the first place, and also talking to me about how to do things and showing me the ropes and stuff like that. And man, it was just great. But in between that conversation, he said something that was that really blew my mind. He asked me while I was sitting there, he was like, how about this? Why don't you just, if you want to, you can come to work with me. I'll pay you for training. You know, I'll pay you for training. And also, you'll be helping me as well. Cause this guy has 400 clients. He told me he narrowed it down from 560 to 400. And I saw the paperwork. I saw the schedule. It's almost 100 clients a week, minus those 3, right? So I seen it with my own eyes. So here it is. I started with him Thursday. You know, he paid me for the yards that I did. The first day I did 14 yards. First day I did 14 yards, y'all. And went back out there this week. Been working with him and stuff. And, you know, in the meantime, while I'm working with him, more customers are coming up to him asking about the yard being treated. And guess what this guy's doing? He's passing them on to me, y'all. He passing them on to me. And I'm just sitting here thinking about how a few weeks ago, I made that video about, you know, be patient, is coming. And the Lord showed up like 3 days later and showed me, like, I got you, man. I got you. And you're absolutely right. I am coming. You know, so I just wanted to just show you, you know, put this video out here, man, to let people know that if you don't believe it's a God, that's completely up to you. You know, but it also tells you in the Bible, Psalms 14, a fool said in his heart, there is no God. You know what I'm saying? And it said a little bit more, but I'm paraphrasing. You know, but I believe there's a God. I know it's a God. I've been seeing his hand. And like I said in that other video, by the end of next year, you know, I plan on having 75 clients. Well, actually, with my faith in God, I believe by the end of next year, I'm gonna have 150 clients. You know, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated as I grow, because I want you to follow me and, you know, watch how the Lord work this new business, you know, career that I'm jumping in. I'm also studying for my mosquito license as well. You know, that way I can add to add to my general standards certification that I have. I can add more license up under that while I have the opportunity. But I just wanted to come on here and just let y'all know, man, that the Lord is truly good. And I've never, like you said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor seed begging bread, man. So if you happen to get discouraged, if you feel like your business ain't gonna take off, you feel like you done jumped out here in the business game, you know, trying to start your own, and it ain't working like you think it should, well, first and foremost, why don't you get on your knees and pray? Ask God to open up doors for you. Don't complain, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk crazy, don't do none of that, because that's showing lack of faith. You know what I'm saying? So what you do is, you pray and ask God, and you keep doing the things that are necessary for you to keep building your business, and the Lord, he gonna come through for you. If you believe in God, the Lord gonna come through for you. So I just wanted to let y'all know my testimony. You know, I'm sure it's many more coming, but I just wanted to put it out there and let y'all know, or just finish off the video of Be Patient is Coming. I just want to show you that my God, the God that I serve, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the true and living God, definitely is a God of the living. You know what I'm saying? And he does listen to his people. So don't be discouraged. So I'm Nate signing out with Underdog Spring.